I automated my entire life using Claude Code and achieved superhuman productivity, and in today's video I want to show you exactly how I think about Claude Code as an operating system for my life and how you can set up the same sort of system for yourself. And at the end of this video I'm going to give you the exact resources that you need to actually set this up for yourself so that you can plug it into your Claude Code and it will walk you through the entire process that I'm outlining in this video. Now first things first, how do I even use Claude Code? Now looking at my screen right here, I use Claude Code inside of Cursor, and this is my preferred method of using it. You can see I have all my different folders and projects on the left hand side. I have multiple chats on the top, and I talk to the model Opus 4.6 right here in Cursor. But when I'm on the go, I'm able to talk to this exact same Claude Code instance on Telegram, and it does a ton of different things. The things that I use my Claude Code for most frequently to automate my life are obviously related to work. Anything regarding clients, delivery, communication, checking emails, scripting content, uploading content, posting content, automatically checking on clients, changing things in Notion, writing SOPs. All of those things are handled entirely by my Claude Code, but it goes even deeper than that into my personal life. In the Telegram integration that I've set up for my Claude Code, I actually have a personal coach who checks in with me every morning and every evening to make sure I stay on track with my goals. He helps me score my days, and he tracks everything historically to sort of understand what makes a good day and what makes a bad day. I have a fitness coach in Telegram who tracks everything that I eat, all the calories and all the macros to make sure I stay on my fitness goals. When I need to know something about a topic, I just ask Claude Code, and it has a deep research command that goes incredibly deep for an hour or two and actually finds out everything I need to know about a topic. And there's so many more things that Claude Code does for me that I used to do myself just 2 months ago. Now, how do you actually set up a workspace like this? So you can see on the left hand side, I have an overall Claude Code folder, and inside of that folder I have a ton of different subfolders such as agency, content, customer success, DM tracker, which is our software. I have deployments, so I host Claude Code instances on a VPS as well. I have my personal folder, which covers fitness, sleep, tracking, well-being, all of these different things. And then I have a ton of other different folders depending on what I'm trying to do. And the idea is that you make this workspace your own workspace. The foundational layer of all of this is context. So if I ask, who am I, to Claude Code, it will immediately read multiple files inside of my workspace, and it will know exactly who I am. It knows my name, my email, who I'm the founder of, a couple other things about me, like that I just quit Zin pouches, and that I use Claude Code to run the entire business through it. Now that's sort of the context layer. You make sure Claude Code knows as much about you as possible, and really that's achieved by just yapping into it. Give it your YouTube, give it your Instagram, give it all the information about you, documents, PDFs, export your ChatGPT memory, dump everything into here. The more it knows, the better. Once it has that initial context, it's obviously going to keep updating it over time as you use Claude Code, but that's where we really get into the data aspect. Having Claude Code hooked up to actual live data about yourself makes it even more useful. For instance, it knows exactly how much revenue we're doing, what our MRR is, how many subscriptions are being created every day, how many are being canceled, who our biggest customers are, how everything works, and it pulls all that data every single day, and that is done via a cron job. For example, open a new chat here and say, what cron jobs are currently running? And as you can see, the cron jobs that I have is a daily data audit at 7 a.m. which collects all of my revenue, it collects all of my Fathom calls, it generates a PDF report and sends it to me in Telegram. There's another cron job for my Telegram command bot that just constantly keeps it alive. And then I put a lot of my cron jobs on a VPS so that they run independently of my machine, which is a client health report, a client analysis report, and a full onboarding system, which all runs on the VPS. Now, cron jobs are a great way to constantly keep your data up to date, and really here it has a lot of those things that run every single day at 7 a.m. to make sure all the data inside of my workspace is accurate. Obviously, I've connected Claude Code to a lot of other things as well, such as Notion, Fathom, emails, Google Drive, Google Docs. I've connected it to my Instagram, to my analytics, to my ads manager, to my Google Analytics. Everything is connected here in one single place. And in order to set up these connections or skills, we have specific commands. So I would do something like /explore. I want to integrate Claude code with X, and I would run through this entire process. Now this /explore command is a custom command or skill that we've built that sort of guides you through that process and helps you create a plan for what you're actually trying to build so that you can stack on top of these integrations over time. Now I think at this point you sort of get the picture of how wide this can go, but putting it into practice is as easy as just starting to talk to it. Talk to Claude Code as much as possible. Ask it questions, ask it how things work, and you're going to be able to, over time, develop this actual extension of yourself that knows everything that you do, albeit probably a little bit more stupid than you are, but it really changes your life in the way that it's able to do a lot of the tasks that took up a lot of your time so that you could focus on the 20%, and this is the 80-20 rule again, you can focus on the 20% that have 80% of the impact, while Claude Code focuses on the 80% that have 20% of the impact. And by doing that, it really supplements your life in a phenomenal way where you can focus on the things that actually matter. And finally, the most important thing is to have constant revisions and audits. I change my workspace setup, I change the way things work every week, every day, and it's just a constant refinement process because we ourselves change every single day. So why would the extension of yourself that you use for superhuman productivity not change every single day? And with that being said, if you want the resources for how to set this up, all you need to do is go to the link down below in the description. It's completely free. Download that MD file, chuck the MD files inside of your Claude Code and tell it to walk you through the process, and it's going to walk you through the entire process of setting up a similar sort of structure and walk through the exploration phases with you so that you can actually use Claude Code and increase your productivity permanently. And trust me, once you have it set up, you are never going back to normal. And if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more, and if you have any questions, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.